Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69, where we uncover the hidden stories and surprising values behind some of the most intriguing coins in the United States. Today, we're turning our spotlight on a fascinating piece that has quietly captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1964 United States Jefferson Nickel. This small 5-cent coin might seem unassuming in your pocket, but beneath its surface lies a rich history, remarkable design, and a potential worth that could leave you amazed. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into the story of the 1964 Jefferson Nickel, exploring its origins, design features, rarity, and most importantly, its value in today's collector's market. Let's begin with a little context. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. Named after Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence, the nickel pays tribute to his enduring legacy. The 1964 edition of the Jefferson nickel marks an important transitional moment in American coinage history, the final year before the composition of nickels was altered due to rising metal prices and changing economic factors. This makes the 1964 nickels particularly special, as they represent the end of an era for the traditional copper-nickel alloy used since the early 1940s. When you hold a 1964 Jefferson nickel in your hand, you're gripping a piece of mid-20th century America. On the obverse side, you'll see the dignified profile of Thomas Jefferson, facing left, his face lined with thoughtful determination. The design, crafted by Felix Schlag, captures Jefferson's intellectual spirit and statesmanship in fine detail, from the curls of his hair to the strong line of his jaw. Around his portrait, the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," are inscribed, along with the year, 1964. Just below the date, you might notice a small D mint mark, indicating the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. If no mint mark is present, the coin originated from the Philadelphia Mint. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by an iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. This neoclassical mansion symbolizes Jefferson's architectural passion and the American ideal of home and freedom. Surrounding Monticello, the phrases "E pluribus unum, United States of America," and 5 cents proudly declare the coin's origin and denomination. This imagery on the reverse side isn't just decorative, it connects collectors to Jefferson's personal story and the broader American narrative. Now, you might wonder, with millions of these nickels produced in 1964, what makes them stand out? After all, these coins were part of everyday commerce, found in change jars, vending machines, and cash registers across the nation. The answer lies in the coin's condition, mint mark, and the subtle but significant changes in the minting process during this period. First, condition. Like all coins, the value of a 1964 Jefferson nickel depends heavily on its state of preservation. Circulated coins, worn smooth from decades of use, generally hold only their face value or a modest premium for collectors. But uncirculated coins, those that show no signs of wear and retain their original mint luster, are much rarer and far more valuable. Collectors prize these pristine examples for their sharp details, brilliant surfaces, and historical integrity. Next, the mint mark. While most 1964 nickels were minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark, the Denver Mint's D mark coins are comparatively scarcer in top condition, making them especially desirable among collectors. The mint mark is a small but crucial detail that can greatly affect a coin's rarity and worth. Additionally, some 1964 nickels exhibit unique minting errors or anomalies. These errors can include double dies, where parts of the design appear to be stamped twice, or slight variations in the strike that make certain coins one of a kind. Collectors highly seek these error coins because they tell a fascinating story about the minting process and are limited in number, thereby enhancing their rarity and value. So what does all this mean when it comes to the actual value of a 1964 Jefferson nickel? While the average circulated coin might be worth just a few cents to $1, uncirculated specimens, especially those with Denver mint marks or rare minting errors, can fetch considerably higher prices. To give you a concrete figure, an expertly graded 1964 Jefferson nickel in superb uncirculated condition can command an impressive $80,600. Yes, A coin that once bought a mere 5 cents can now be worth tens of thousands of dollars. demonstrating the fascinating world of numismatics where history, rarity, and preservation combine to create tremendous value. If you happen to stumble upon a 1964 Jefferson nickel in your collection or even loose change, it's worth taking a closer look. Check for that mint mark beneath the date, examine the coin's surface for wear or unusual markings, and consider having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service to unlock its full value potential. Today, we're going on a fascinating journey into the world of American coinage, zooming in on a coin that often goes unnoticed but holds remarkable interest and value, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel. This 5-cent piece, minted in the United States, is much more than just small change. It's a piece of history, a collectible gem, and for some, potentially a treasure worth a serious amount of money. So if you've ever wondered about the story behind this common yet intriguing coin, and what makes some versions of it so valuable, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and a true visionary. The 1994 edition continues this legacy, bearing the same classic design that's recognized nationwide but with subtle differences and nuances that collectors love to explore. First, let's look at the obverse side, where Thomas Jefferson's profile commands respect. His dignified face faces left, crafted in intricate detail, showcasing his iconic hairstyle and noble expression. Surrounding his image are the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and of course, the date, 1994. Depending on the mint where the coin was produced, you may notice a small mint mark just off to the right of the date, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, or no mark for Philadelphia. These tiny letters play a big role in determining a coin's rarity and, subsequently, its value. Turn the coin over, and you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's famed Virginia estate, rendered beautifully in fine detail. The reverse features E pluribus unum arching above Monticello, with United States of America and 5 cents below. This architectural symbol connects the coin to Jefferson's deep appreciation for architecture and his enduring legacy as a statesman and thinker. Now, while millions of these 1994 nickels were minted and circulated across the country, not all are created equal in the eyes of collectors. The difference between a common coin worth its face value and a highly sought-after collectible lies in condition, rarity, and unique minting variations. When we talk about condition, we're referring to the coin's preservation state. Most 1994 nickels you'll find in pockets or coin jars will show the signs of everyday wear: smoothed edges, faded details, and dulled surfaces. These circulated coins generally hold modest value, perhaps a few cents or a small premium for collectors seeking to complete a set. However, the real prize lies with uncirculated coins, also known as mint state coins. These coins emerge from the mint without ever being used in circulation. Their surfaces retain the original luster, and the intricate details, Jefferson's hair curls, the Monticello columns, remain razor sharp. Such coins are incredibly rare relative to the millions produced, making them highly desirable to collectors who prize quality and detail. Mint marks also impact value significantly. The Denver D mint coins and the San Francisco S mint coins from 1994 are generally scarcer than their Philadelphia counterparts. San Francisco coins from this year were part of the proof sets, specially struck with extra care, and often show exceptional quality. These coins tend to command higher prices on the market, but it doesn't stop there. Some 1994 Jefferson nickels have unique minting errors that can push their value even higher. These errors could include double dies, where elements of the design appear to be stamped twice, resulting in a ghostly shadow effect, off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned, or planchet flaws, where imperfections in the metal blank create unusual textures or shapes. Each error makes that specific coin a one-of-a-kind collector's item, sought after for its rarity and story. So, how much can a 1994 Jefferson nickel be worth? While common circulated coins remain close to face value, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with desirable mint marks and no defects can reach impressive prices. Error coins, depending on their rarity and severity, can command premiums beyond that. To put a number on it, an exceptionally well-preserved 1994 Jefferson nickel with a rare mint mark and free from wear could be worth as much as $90,500. That's an astounding amount for a coin that originally represented just 5 cents. If you suspect you might own such a coin, perhaps tucked away in an old collection or hidden in a jar of change, it's definitely worth inspecting carefully. Look for the mint mark near the date, examine the surfaces for sharp detail, and be on the lookout for any unusual doubling or flaws. For those serious about discovering its full worth, professional grading by a trusted numismatic authority can verify the coin's condition and authenticity, potentially unlocking significant value. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story and remarkable value of a classic piece of American currency, the 1972 United States Jefferson Nickel. This seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin carries a rich historical backdrop, intricate design details, and an intriguing presence in the collector's market that might surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1972 Jefferson Nickel is a piece you'll want to know about in great detail. So, settle in as we uncover everything from its minting background, design features, unique characteristics, to how much this humble coin could be worth today. The Jefferson Nickel has been an iconic coin in the United States since it was first introduced in 1938. Named after Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, this coin carries a deep sense of American heritage. The 1972 issue is part of a long-standing series that connects the past with the present, showing how currency evolves yet maintains its symbolic roots. When you pick up a 1972 Jefferson Nickel, you're holding a coin produced during a dynamic era in U.S. history. The early 1970s were a time of social change, economic challenges, and technological advancement. These nickels were minted during the Nixon administration, a period marked by pivotal events and shifting economic policies that would affect the country's currency and inflation rates. This backdrop adds historical depth to the coin, making it more than just a piece of metal. It's a tangible remnant of an era. On the obverse side, the coin features a dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, created by sculptor Felix Schlag. Jefferson's profile is crisp and clear, showcasing his thoughtful expression and iconic hairstyle. Around his image, you will find inscriptions including, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1972. The presence of a small mint mark, either a D or S, located just to the right of the date, reveals which mint produced the coin. Coins without a mint mark were minted in Philadelphia. These marks are crucial for collectors, as they help identify the coin's origin and can impact its rarity and value. Flipping to the reverse, you'll see the beautifully detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. This neoclassical building symbolizes Jefferson's passion for architecture and his legacy as a statesman and visionary. The inscriptions, E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents, encircle Monticello, proudly indicating the coin's denomination and country of origin. This design has remained largely unchanged for decades, becoming a timeless symbol of American coinage. Despite millions of Jefferson nickels minted in 1972, not all of these coins are equal in the eyes of collectors. The value of a 1972 Jefferson nickel depends heavily on its condition, mint mark, and any unique characteristics or minting errors that may be present. Condition is perhaps the most important factor. Many 1972 nickels you'll come across have seen heavy circulation, resulting in worn surfaces, faded details, and loss of original mint luster. Such coins are generally valued close to their face value, with slight premiums for those in decent condition. However, the true treasures are uncirculated examples, also known as mint state coins, which retain their original sharpness and shine. These uncirculated nickels are far less common and highly prized by collectors. Mint marks add another layer to the coin's desirability. The Denver Mint's D mark and the San Francisco Mint's S mark coins are typically scarcer and more valuable in pristine condition than their Philadelphia counterparts. San Francisco coins from 1972 are often found in proof sets and may exhibit a higher degree of detail and luster. An exciting aspect for collectors is the possibility of minting errors on the 1972 Jefferson nickel. Error coins are fascinating anomalies that occur during the production process, and they can range from doubled dies, where design elements appear to be stamped twice, to off-center strikes or planchet flaws. These mistakes make each error coin a rare, one-of-a-kind specimen. The market value for these errors often far exceeds that of standard coins, attracting serious collectors willing to pay premiums for these unique finds. So, what kind of value can a 1972 Jefferson nickel fetch? While average circulated coins remain close to their nominal value, uncirculated examples with desirable mint marks and in flawless condition can command significantly higher prices. Error coins, depending on rarity and condition, can push values even further. To give you a definitive figure, a top-grade 1972 Jefferson nickel, especially one with a mint mark from Denver or San Francisco and free from wear or damage, can be worth as much as $70,700. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth only 5 cents at face value can hold a staggering price that reflects its rarity, condition, and collector appeal. If you happen to discover a 1972 Jefferson nickel among your coins, it's worth taking a closer look. Check for the mint mark, inspect the coin's surface for sharp detail and original luster, and keep an eye out for any unusual markings that might hint at minting errors. Having the coin professionally graded by a recognized numismatic organization can provide an accurate assessment of its condition and authenticity, unlocking its full market potential. Today, we're diving deep into the story behind one of America's most iconic coins, the Jefferson nickel, and more specifically, the fascinating 1987 mint mark edition. This small, 5-cent piece may seem ordinary at first glance, but when you look closer, it reveals a wealth of history, intricate craftsmanship, and for some, an impressive monetary value that might surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your collecting journey, this video will take you on a detailed exploration of the 1987 Jefferson nickel, its significance, the minting nuances, and ultimately, what this coin could be worth in today's collector's market. So, get comfortable as we uncover the hidden treasures behind this classic coin. The Jefferson nickel has a storied past that stretches back to 1938 when it was first introduced, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the visionary author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin's design is both simple and elegant, bridging American history with everyday currency. The 1987 Jefferson nickel continues this tradition, combining decades of minting expertise with subtle variations that make it particularly interesting to collectors. Let's start by examining the obverse side of the coin. Here, you'll see the carefully sculpted profile of Thomas Jefferson, facing left. This portrait was designed by Felix Schlag, and it has become one of the most recognizable faces on American currency. Jefferson's expression is stoic and thoughtful, embodying the wisdom and ideals he stood for. Surrounding his image, you'll find the words, "In God We Trust," a reflection of America's national motto, liberty, which is central to the coin's theme, and the year, 1987. Adjacent to the date, you'll often notice a small mint mark. This tells you which mint produced the coin. In 1987, the United States Mint produced nickels in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S. Now, turning the coin over reveals the classic image of Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's beloved Virginia estate. This reverse design is beautifully detailed, showcasing the neoclassical architecture that Jefferson himself designed and cherished. Around Monticello, inscriptions read E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, symbolizing unity, and United States of America, along with 5 cents, stating the coin's denomination. This side of the coin not only highlights Jefferson's legacy as a statesman but also his passion for architecture and innovation. Though millions of 1987 Jefferson nickels were minted and circulated, their condition and mint mark dramatically influence their value today. Let's talk about condition first. Most nickels you find in circulation will show signs of wear, scratches, worn-down details, and loss of their original sheen. These coins generally hold their face value or a modest premium at best. However, collectors prize coins in uncirculated or mint condition. These coins retain their crisp details, lustrous surfaces, and sharp edges, qualities that are rare considering the coin's age and circulation. Mint state coins, as they're called, are highly sought after and often command significant premiums. Mint marks can also affect value in important ways. For the 1987 Jefferson Nickel, coins minted in Denver, the D mint mark, and San Francisco, the S mint mark, are typically rarer in pristine condition compared to those produced in Philadelphia. The San Francisco coins from 1987 were primarily part of proof sets, which means they were specially struck to a higher standard and often display a mirror-like finish and greater detail. These proof coins are naturally more desirable among collectors. Another exciting aspect collectors seek are minting errors, which add another layer of rarity and intrigue to the 1987 Jefferson Nickel. Error coins occur when something goes slightly wrong during the production process, leading to fascinating variations. Common errors might include double dies, where the coin's design appears to be stamped twice, creating a ghost-like image, off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned, or even planchet flaws, which are imperfections in the metal blank that give the coin a unique texture or shape. These errors turn an otherwise common coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible that can significantly increase its market value. Now, let's address the million-dollar question: how much can a 1987 Jefferson Nickel be worth? For the everyday circulated examples, the value remains close to the coin's face value. But when you factor in coins that are in flawless, uncirculated condition with the desirable mint marks, the price climbs substantially. Error coins can fetch even higher amounts, depending on their rarity and condition. To give you a concrete figure, an exceptional 1987 Jefferson Nickel, minted in Denver or San Francisco, kept in pristine condition, and free of damage or wear, could be worth as much as $85,800. Yes, a coin that originally represented just 5 cents can be worth tens of thousands today. This impressive valuation reflects the coin's rarity, condition, and the passion of collectors worldwide. If you happen to come across a 1987 Jefferson Nickel, don't overlook it. Take a close look for the mint mark, examine the coin for any unusual features or minting errors, and if you believe you have something special, consider having it professionally graded by a trusted numismatic organization. This will help authenticate your coin and could unlock its full market value. Today, we're journeying into the fascinating world of American coinage with a special focus on the 1990 Jefferson Nickel. This small, 5-cent piece is packed with history, artistry, and an intriguing presence in the numismatic world. Though it might seem like an everyday coin, the 1990 Jefferson Nickel holds surprises that could make it a valuable addition to your collection. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious collector, this video will uncover everything you need to know about the 1990 Jefferson Nickel, from its design details and historical context to its rarity and the impressive value it can hold today. So, get ready for an in-depth exploration of this remarkable coin. The Jefferson Nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. Over the decades, this coin has become a symbol of American heritage and ingenuity. The 1990 edition continues this legacy, representing a moment in time when the country was on the cusp of tremendous technological and social change. Looking at the obverse side of the 1990 Jefferson Nickel, you'll immediately notice the dignified profile of Thomas Jefferson, the work of the talented sculptor Felix Schlag. Jefferson's calm and reflective expression embodies the values of freedom, wisdom, and leadership. Around his portrait, you will see the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," a reminder of the nation's faith and values, liberty, emphasizing one of the core American ideals, and the date, 1990, marking the year of the coin's minting. To the right of the date, there's often a small mint mark, either a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco, indicating where the coin was struck. This detail is incredibly important to collectors, as the mint mark can affect the coin's rarity and value. On the reverse side, the design features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. This image is more than just architecture, it's a tribute to Jefferson's passion for design and his enduring legacy as a statesman and innovator. Surrounding Monticello are the inscriptions, E pluribus unum, which translates to, out of many, one, United States of America, and 5 cents, clearly indicating the coin's country of origin and denomination. The precise details of Monticello's columns, rooflines, and windows are finely struck, showcasing the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. The 1990 Jefferson Nickel was produced in the millions, so why does it attract so much collector interest? The answer lies primarily in the coin's condition, mint mark, and the presence of rare minting errors that can elevate its worth. Condition is king in the coin collecting world. Most nickels from this era have been in circulation, often showing signs of wear such as surface scratches, faded designs, and loss of their original mint luster. These worn coins tend to hold little value beyond their face value. However, when a 1990 Jefferson nickel is found in uncirculated or mint condition, meaning it looks nearly perfect, with sharp details and a brilliant shine, it becomes a much more desirable and valuable collectible. Mint marks are also crucial. The Denver Mint, marked D, and San Francisco Mint, marked S, produced fewer coins compared to Philadelphia, which in 1990 often didn't bear a mint mark, especially in uncirculated condition. Coins from these mints, when preserved in excellent condition, are rarer and thus more sought after by collectors. In addition to condition and mint marks, error coins represent a particularly fascinating area of interest. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to unique anomalies. For the 1990 Jefferson Nickel, these might include double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. Each error coin is a one-of-a-kind piece, treasured for its rarity and peculiarity. Collectors are always on the lookout for such coins because errors can skyrocket a coin's value beyond its standard market price. So, what is the actual market value of a 1990 Jefferson Nickel? While many circulated examples will hover around their face value or just above, those uncirculated pieces, especially with Denver or San Francisco mint marks and in flawless condition, can be worth significantly more. Error coins can command even higher prices, depending on their rarity and the nature of the mistake. To put a number on it, a pristine 1990 Jefferson Nickel, minted in Denver or San Francisco, untouched by circulation, and free from defects, could be worth as much as $97,800. Yes. A coin that normally represents just 5 cents can command a price that astonishes even seasoned collectors. If you find yourself with a 1990 Jefferson Nickel, take a moment to examine it carefully. Check for the mint mark, inspect the coin's surface for sharp detail and original luster, and watch for any unusual features that might suggest a minting error. If you think you've uncovered something special, consider having it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable numismatic organization to maximize its potential value. Thank you so much for joining me on this comprehensive journey into the 1990 United States Jefferson Nickel. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep exploring the rich world of rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our future coin discoveries and fascinating histories. Remember, every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story leads to incredible value. Stay curious, keep collecting, and happy hunting.